So, following on from my lovely chat with Arthur last week about youth unemployment, I'm here today at the Figaro Digital Conference to meet with the other co-founder of the Discoverables website, Eugenie. Let's go see what she has to say. First off, I just wanted to ask you how you got involved with youth unemployment and why you're so passionate about it.
Sure. Well, I got involved, I had previously been a teacher and working in South London, and there just saw that you can do anything that you want to do in a classroom in supporting young people get an education, but if there aren't opportunities out there for them to go and do what they really want to do, then that's really frustrating, and it just feels sort of insignificant and annoying. So when I left teaching, I moved away to America for a bit and came back really determined to do something to try and support young people find work that they really enjoyed, especially those who come from communities or places where the opportunities are kind of few and far between, or fewer and further between than is needed or fair. And at the same time, connection services were being cut. The government was cutting loads for young people, and there just seemed to be like a really pressing need to try and do something about it. I set up a charity called Spark+mettle a couple of years ago, and the aim is to help people flourish, and we work predominantly with marginalised 18 to 24-year-olds. We run a variety of projects that enable them to map and launch careers that they're going to love.
And the idea of the website is actually, rather than the traditional ways of young people getting their skills out there or whatever, it's about finding their inner strengths.
Yes.
How did you come up with that?
So this was a response to a lot of young people just being really frustrated that they couldn't present themselves effectively on a CV, and feeling as though that they were just doing badly in terms of how they use language or whatever it might be, when actually maybe just the CV is a bit rubbish as a tool. So maybe we could just try and find a new way of trying to put people's skills across. And if you can find a way of showcasing those in a visually exciting and engaging way, then that's not only good for young people and inspiring and empowering, but also for potential employers too.
Hi, given there's only a certain amount of jobs in the country, do you think that by helping some of these young people get jobs, that's just kind of stopping other people getting jobs, and it's not actually making the world a better place, maybe?
I hope that in some small ways, Discoverables might end up helping to level the playing field of those who are out looking for jobs. But a lot of people who, if they've had secure family backgrounds and sort of other privileges in life, actually these character strengths and soft skills, you often learn them through a process of osmosis, and you don't really understand about how you end up being quite confident and quite able to look somebody in the eye and shake their hand and be able to kind of collaborate effectively. But for young people who haven't had those same opportunities, or haven't had people who have been kind of good role models for those strengths and skills, a site like Discoverables might help them see that actually you can do just little things yourself that can help develop those strengths and skills that will then let you stand up and compete, as we all need to do, against those who have been learning them perhaps in different ways and for a different amount of time.
Is there a possibility that the Discoverables website talks down to young people, and rather than trying to find out if they have good family relationships, they should actually be harnessing skills on Microsoft Word and that kind of thing? Is that a worry for you?
The talking down bit, there are elements of fun in the website that get increasingly serious and more professional the further you kind of proceed through. And we really wanted to kind of celebrate the fact that actually a lot of the stuff that people do at home with friends is actually stuff that's really relevant.
That was really great to find out more about the Discoverables scheme, but if you have any issues that you'd like us to cover on the show, then don't forget that you can email the producer at the email address at the bottom, and tune in next week.